Okay, next is going to be about programming the DX7 radio. The DX7, the DX6, and the DX9 are all quite similar. Each one, the 6, the 7, and the 9, each cost more because they have more functions and more features, and that's probably worth paying for most of the time. I own both the DX9 and the DX7. I used to own a DX6, but I donated it to the club because they needed some training equipment. But I like the 7 and I like the 9 for different reasons, and but I'm going to explain the 7. It's a very good radio at a very reasonable price, hard to beat. Okay, so the first thing I want to explain is you've already seen me set up a couple of things, like we set up the aircraft type to make sure we had functioning flaps, and I think you probably saw the flap menu too. But I'm going to go through them all, and what's going to happen is each function and menu is going to have a separate little video about it to explain it. That way you can find them all and see just a short video instead of having to search for them. Okay. But the first thing I want to explain is there's two modes for programming. There's a system mode, and in the system mode the radio is not transmitting at all. Okay, the radio frequency is turned off. In the function mode, the radio frequency is on, and you can actually change things while the airplane is running. Not flying, not a good idea, but on the ground you can change things and you don't cut off the frequency. That's good. Okay, so you got system set up and function set up. So there's two menus, and then there's a lot of options within those menus. How you get to those two, there's two ways. First off, if you hold this button down and turn it on and keep it down until the menu comes up, you're in the system setup. Okay, and if you hit the back button or just press enter, you get to the main screen, and if you press it once, press the roller once, you get to the function menu. That's pretty simple. Okay. You'll also note a couple of other basic features here. You get warnings. If I move this throttle up and try to turn it on, by default,
warning, throttle high.
Okay, you get a warning, throttle high, and I'll show you things like how those become important, and you can customize what warnings you get and don't get, and when they occur. So, I'm going to start with the setups first, because they're the most important basic stuff for the radio and the airplane, and then I'll go into the functions second. And so the next series of videos, don't know how many there are going to be yet, but there'll be quite a few, we'll go through each one of those menu items individually. Thank you very much, and stay tuned.